Hey, what's up YouTube? Enzo Treppa here with budsimple.com. In this next video, I've been doing a little experimenting with kind of talking to the camera with some things, and I wanted to do this little pre-video before I showed you the actual video because I wasn't going to post it, but I just feel like there's a lot of good information in there, and I just kind of want to see what you guys think. So I'm going to cut it here and check this stuff out, and be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see, and thanks for watching. Hey, what's up YouTube? Enzo Treppa here with budsimple.com. So in this video, or this video series, I wanted to kind of delve into how I consume cannabis. And when I say consume, I mean the various ways that I use it. I'm not really a dabber, although I have been experimenting with concentrates recently. And I do like them, but they do have their drawbacks. I do like vaporizers as well, but they also have their drawbacks. And I also like flower just in general, but this also has some drawbacks, you know, for me and for my taste and stuff. So I thought it would be interesting maybe to put out kind of like what I think, or not what I think, but how I use things and why I use them, I guess, in whatever situations. You know, there's like a portability factor, there's a stealth factor, there's a convenience factor, there's a cleanup factor, there's a maintenance factor, and there's you know, also entry, like into, you know, getting one of these devices, you know, whichever, you know, whatever the cost, I guess is what it is, because there's also something like that to consider. Personally, I think that you should check them all out, and I think that they all have, you know, relative high marks in their areas, in their specific areas and stuff like that. So it's really kind of something where one is not better than the other, in my opinion. Kind of depends, you know, it's a personal thing, but I also think there's a very practical side to the way you consume cannabis, and also your ignition sources, which is something that I've kind of switched to matches. I've got a little tiny water bong that I use. Actually, you know, let me go grab it. I'll show it to you. Now, as I said before, I switched to matches. So I like to use matches because you can use the flame without sucking in any butane. Just be careful to not burn your fingers. So anyways, there are problems with this as well, is because, you know, if you burn your fingers, you could drop it and, you know, it could start a fire. So don't fuck around with this if you can't hang, alright? But I like it a lot because, you know, sometimes I like to keep my bowl ignited, and doing it with a butane lighter or some sorts like that, you know, or any sort of gas or something like that. It's just, to me, I don't want to be sucking that stuff down. I just want to get the, I guess, the purest hit possible. You know, maybe the match isn't the purest hit, but I like using it now. And then the tip that I use for the spent matches, sometimes they go out quicker, so there's a lot more wood left. But I take these and I'll put them into my my barbecue, and I'll use them to ignite, like, you know, the coals and stuff like that. So at least you can get like a double use out of them. One tip I would say for flour, just quickly, definitely filter your flour with something. You know, I find that using, you know, like one hitters or pipes, or, you know, things that don't really have a screen in them, you know, it can really kind of get to your throat. You have like a heat issue with burning your throat, like if you're repetitively doing it and stuff like that. You know, I've developed some heat issues, and I kind of had to stop smoking out of, you know, direct flour from a pipe, or, you know, whatever, like a, you know, a heat thing. And I also was using like one hitters that were very small. The flour particle, you know what I mean? The burnt, charred pieces, and, you know what I mean, like those little tiny bits and things going into your mouth and into, you know, potentially into your lungs and stuff like that. It's just not a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm all for smoking flower. Like a joint is probably the best way to smoke flower if you're going to do something like that, because it'll filter it and you won't get, you know, any ash and stuff like that. And that's probably the best way, I think, to smoke flower. And if you're going to smoke it, in my opinion, filter it. Even if you're going to you know, I would recommend filtering like a concentrate as well, even though you're not dealing with, you know, flower itself. I recommend to filter anytime you can. Anytime you're smoking, filter it. You know, if you can't, then hey, whatever. But anytime you can, definitely do it. So if you're still with me at the end of this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm Enzo Treppa with budsimple.com. Thanks for watching.